Oh, bitch. You can see me, right?
Yeah. Liverpool versus everybody. We are live. This is just straight off the dome. Feature my man Greg from Gbctv. Say what's up, Greg.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this shit. My brain froze. Welcome to the channel. You know what I mean? Hit the like button and we're just gonna get it on.
Feature my man Greg from Gbctv. Cool. So just jumping right into it, man. We were talking a few minutes ago. It's late now. I don't know what time it is everybody everywhere else, people who's following, but hopefully people will be checking in and joining in. But Chelsea, man, they continue to be that kind of revolving door with, I think, really great talent just leaving out for nothing, and a lot of times not getting anything back. So, it was good to see that Michy got 2 goals with Dortmund, and I hope the best for him, man. Playing in a new league, a different league, a team that's got a lot of good history, and maybe can help them climb up the table. I think they're 6th in the Bundesliga, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully he can help them kind of get back up.
Like Dortmund, I don't know. Over the past 2 years, they've been declining, but Stroud is a great replacement for them for a Aubameyang. But he just showed his value today, and he showed when given the opportunity that he would actually, do well. So Conte, that just put Conte on the hot seat more. If Giroud don't perform and Morata keep keep going with the slump, it's over for Conte. But it is what it is. He's gonna go coach the Italian team. So it's a win-win.
See, no, go ahead.
What'd you say?
I thought you were saying something. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I said that's gonna put more pressure on Conte, because if Morata don't perform and Giroud, who they pay 18 million pounds to, don't perform, Giroud is not a starter. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't perform and Chelsea keeps slumping, Conte actually wants to get sacked anyway, because he'll get the opportunity to go coach the Italian team. So it's a win-win for him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's on his way out anyway. I mean, some of the rumors that were coming in about what players they wanted, I feel like it was more of a club decision than Conte. I mean, some of these players that they were allegedly in for, I can't imagine them being players that Conte really wanted. I mean, Giroud was one of them. Russ Barkley, I don't see why they went for him, to be honest, in my opinion.
He's English.
He's English. But that's right. That's what I'm saying. Like, since when has Conte really been that big on English players? I mean, if you look at that squad alone. Look at that squad alone. I mean, how many English players, is he really putting his trust in? Is Cahill? Who else on that starting 11?
You right.
No, think about it. That whole starting 11 is all international. That's all international. African, Belgian. You got no English except for Cahill. So it seems like a self-sabotage situation where he's like, okay, you want to bring these guys in that I don't want? Fine, I'm out of here anyway. I think Chelsea might miss. I mean, it's early to say this, but I think Chelsea might miss out on top 4. I think Tottenham might slide up in there, and they might be done, man.
So you think Chelsea gonna miss the top 4?
I mean, I don't want to say for sure because the league is crazy, and those last 3 spots for me right now is up for grabs, man. Because from 2nd to 5th, almost even 6th with Arsenal, it's real tight, man. It's like 5-6 points separating everybody. So,
the funny thing is, it's only like 13 matches to go, man. The season is almost over.
I know. I saw that. So that's what I'm saying. It's so tight. I mean, even with the drop zone, the last 3 players at the bottom of the table, they're tight too. So I don't know. I don't want to say for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea drop a few more points in the next couple games. Watford is no slouch. They could drop points there. It's going to be tough. I mean, no disrespect to Bournemouth, but to play the way they did the other night, it doesn't look like anybody's playing for Conte. And this happens with Chelsea a lot of times. They win the league one year, next year I don't know what it is, man, but they just drop things. So I don't know. We'll see. But I just think it's funny that they continue to just let great players, in my opinion. Well, maybe not great, but they really let promising young players leave all the time.
I was reading some shit. That should make perfect sense. What it says that when Chelsea sack Conte or Conte quit Chelsea, it's gonna be like a hard problem for Chelsea to perform because all these players is basically like a system players. You know, they fit into Conte 3-4-3 system. And when a new manager comes, if you don't know how to coach that 3-4-3, it's gonna be difficult for them because most of the players are not gonna be performing because they're not gonna be used to that manager system. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like it's almost a sabotaging thing, and Conte is just okay with it, because in his mind he thinks, listen, I finished this season out, continue to get paid, and just this is what what I mean. Like if this is what y'all want to do, fine. I'm out of here anyway. I'll give y'all these bum players, and then whoever comes in got to worry about how I got to shuffle around and deal with these players and deal with this, like you said, the formation that maybe the new coach doesn't want to coach. But yeah, you're right. You hit it right on the head, man. I think again, it's just like he's kind of leaving the problem with Chelsea because it's Conte. You know what I mean? He just came to the Premier League, a new league, won the league. He'll get another job like that. It won't even be an issue. So
And then it's my bad.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, and then it's like Conte, as a manager, you'd be like, damn, I'm about to get sacked, this, that, and the third. But Conte is not even worried about that because basically the Italian team coach, like the job is basically vacant. And they basically praying, they're interviewing other people, but they praying that Conte gets sacked because Conte knows Italian football and the formations that they've been using, the players that they got just falls right into Conte alley anyway. So that'd be a great thing for them.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. A lot of the guys that he wanted, either the board didn't want or I don't know, but there was several people that he wanted that he was more familiar with, some Italian players, play his style, if you will. Didn't get those people, so he's like, I think again, just like, all right, well, let me just finish this joint out, enjoy getting this money, and I'll do my best, but this is what I have. They're not really deep. They don't really have a deep team, and I think in the beginning of the season.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
In the beginning of the season, they were doing really well. They just won the league, and I think they thought they could just kind of rock with that and ride that wave. But I think City is kind of that model that almost every team, top team, is looking at, thinking, all right, we got to have, a deep squad. Whereas that any one of our key players come on, we can have one or two guys ready to come in behind that. You know what I mean? And if you think about it, City has a bench that could, the bench players, quote unquote, could beat a lot of teams in the league, and that's crazy. And of course, that's spending power. They got the money and things of that nature. But when they want somebody, they go get them. And I think other teams are thinking, well, damn, we got to. And that's why you see all these kind of, in my opinion, panic buys. A lot of these transfers, they all panic buys. You know what I mean? And I get it. I know Aubameyang is a beast, but the jury is still out. We don't know how good he's going to be in the Premier League. People got to remember. Like, this is not to knock the Bundesliga. That's a good league. You know what I mean? It's physical, fast, strong, good. But the Premier League is a different beast, man. Look at Lacazette. There's so many different examples. And I'm not even knocking them. I'm just saying there's so many different examples of people coming to the Premier League and it being this really long kind of settling in process. It's not, you can't just jump to the Premier League and think you're going to just be a beast like you were in the last league you were in. So, a lot of people knock Klopp because they're like, oh, why didn't you just go and get somebody? We really need this, that. Okay, that might be true. But Klopp is more of a guy who wants to work with guys over a period of time. Now, he got Van Dijk because that was his man. He wanted to get him before anybody else did. That's why he even put that 75 million, bid in, because it's like, okay, I don't usually like paying as much money for players, but I really want this dude. I've been trying to get him for the longest time. We really need a good defender. Let me go get him. But I think you'll rarely see Klopp. I think you'll rarely see Klopp ever pay that much for a player. Rarely.
Yeah.
It's somebody he really, really wants.
I agree with you with Klopp. I don't think that he's getting like a fair shot because that's his second season, right?
Well, third, but yeah, second full season. He came in October 2 years ago. So,
let's not count that little half. Let's not count that.
Yeah.
All these transfers has been great, and there was players in that Liverpool squad that he needs to get rid of that he still didn't get rid of. So it's like, and then people looked at him and be like, oh, when he was at Dortmund, he did this and that. He's not doing it at Liverpool. But Klopp basically is a manager who comes in. He got to get like a 3-year at least to build a team, you know what I mean, that he knows that he could capable of playing the counter-attack style team that he wants. He actually got the front three figured out. You know, and then he got the central midfield field if I'm figured it out too, but probably one more signing beside Keita. And then in defense, he's gonna be taking care of it. And I seen that, he had signed, they had agreement with the Real Betis left back, Dermizzi, but I don't know if he's still gonna come in when the season ends. That would be the great addition. But other than that, people, it's like the Premier League, just football fans around, sport fans, period. It's like you winning, you the best. Even if you lose one match out of 15, they tear your ass up. So Clark been getting like treated unfairly, man. He's been doing a great job.
I'm glad you said that because it's, a lot of times it's our own fans. And, we went 18, 19, whatever it was, games unbeaten. You lose one game and the world is over. Everybody's ready to say, it's used to. That's how Liverpool fans have been for the longest time. And I get it. We haven't won any trophies for a while. But if you can't appreciate what this man is doing, then in my opinion, I mean, everybody has their own feelings about things. But in my opinion, if you can't appreciate what he's doing with this team, then I don't know what to say for you. I wish you all the best. For fans who can't get behind what he's doing, I don't know what else you want. I just hope the board. I'm pretty sure when he came in, he told them, look, it's going to take me some time to build this project. I hate using that word, but to build this project as far as like how I see this team should go. It's going to take me some time. So if you're willing to stick in there with me, hang in there with me, then I'm your guy. If not, maybe you shouldn't give me the job. So I'm hoping they stick behind him. And allow him to just build this team up, and he's doing it already. Like you said, the attacking three, the attack has never been a problem since he's been here. The work rate, The attack, it hasn't been a problem. So, like you said, we do need another person in the midfield. I think Keita is not enough because I just feel like there's players in this team that, in the long run, they're not really going to be the kind of players that Liverpool is going to want to have to be winning trophies. That's just the truth. And people talking about Klein coming back. He's been added to the Champions League roster.
Who?
To me,
who's been added?
Nathaniel Klein.
Oh, okay. Yo, he been out for a minute.
A long minute, and it's been kind of like quiet about what's going on. It's a shame because all these rumors are coming out about him having some coke issue and like people. Yeah, son. Like people will say that. Yeah, man. People say the craziest shit, man. But anyway, I'm glad he's coming back, but I honestly haven't missed him, and I don't really think, even with him, I don't see him as the right back for our team moving forward. I just don't. I don't really. I'm not really convinced by him. I'm not really convinced by him.
Through thick and thin, I think you guys should stick with. Through thick and thin, I think you guys should stick with Gomez.
Yeah, for me, I see Gomez hopefully at some point playing in his natural position, which is center back.
Yeah,
he's more or less. He's more or less kind of a filler for us right now because, we don't have a right back. Or, when Klein went down, we needed somebody to step up. And they want to put everything on Trent Alexander-Arnold, to do everything on this because he's so young. So, but yeah, I mean, it's cool that Klein's getting back just for himself and that he's going to be healthy in his career. But I don't really see him as the answer. And same thing with Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's more of an attacking midfielder. People don't know that, but he's more of a midfielder. And so I think if the Real Betis guy, I forget his name right now, if that's true, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind getting another right back. To solidify the position.
So I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
So don't even count the performance that Batshuayi put in today. You think he'll be a success at Dortmund?
I do. I think he's ever since he left. Who was he playing with in France?
Marseille, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Marseille.
Right. I think ever since he left them, for all that money, he really wanted to show that he wasn't just this kind of like hype player. He wanted to show how good he can be, and it's good twofold. It's good for him to go to a team that clearly wanted him. Borussia Dortmund wanted him.
Yeah,
a team that he's still young. They can rally around him. But also he wanted to play consistently, so he can kind of put himself out there for the national team. You know what I mean? And I think he'll do well because I think he's been hungry to do well. It's unfortunate that Chelsea just didn't believe in him, but I think he definitely would do Borussia Dortmund. Besides what he did against Cologne, I think he'll do good in general. And I think that's a great way to start your campaign for a new team. Couldn't get any better than that. You win and you scored a brace, so that's pretty good.
Yo, and one thing that I seen is like who's been underperforming for dumb man is Pulisic because he's American. He don't get that much slack. But the second goal that I think the first goal that Zola scored today basically came from him losing the ball in midfield and not tracking back. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But in other notes, bro, are you aware of the Tony Henry being fired? The West Ham dude that made the racist
I'm
comments about African players.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I saw that on Twitter today. It was circling around the Twitter atmosphere, Twitter sphere, and so I saw it. And my hat goes off to West Ham, man. I saw when they had suspended him at first, and I was thinking suspension. I mean, he should just get fired. I mean, any other job in the world should be. That's the natural response to it.
No, man. Like
So I,
the thing about it is like I don't even think West Ham sincerely fired him. West Ham fired him because the owners want to protect their club integrity. They want to protect their club, selling jerseys. They basically want to protect their pockets. You get what I mean? Because any racist coming from behind, like behind the scene, is gonna be detrimental to the team, to the marketing strategies. So basically, they had to make that move. Not that they wanted to fire him, but that shit I got in the news all over the internet. So they like, you know what? Ain't no way we could basically fix this. So we just gotta let him go. That's my thoughts.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's I think
Any comments?
it's we got a few in there coming up.
Yeah, let's
Not
get to it.
much, but yeah, I'll read some out. Let's see. So Strider says, talking about Nathaniel Klein, he's England's second best right back when healthy, and Kyle Walker's only higher up than him because of his physicality. I thought Klein was one of
I
our
don't
most
think he's
consistent
that
players.
good. I don't think he's that good, man.
Me
There's way
either. That's
better
what I'm
right
saying.
backs.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get what it is, man. I don't knock anybody for their opinion, but I don't see what they see in Klein. There was a guy on Twitter, I forget his name, but he put together these like a series of clips of
Yeah.
Klein and the reason why he thinks he's kind of he's lacking that real talent to help Liverpool go forward in that position. And I agree with him. It just, I mean, everybody makes mistakes. So I mean, on one aspect you can think of it as like, damn, you're highlighting all his mistakes, but you didn't really highlight the good things he did. And I think he did do some good things. But going forward, he's not that great. And defensively, we talk about Alberto Moreno. If you look over the course of Klein's career at Liverpool, he may not have been as bad as Moreno, but he makes a lot of similar blunders and errors. Even some that Gomez has made that cost us a couple of goals in games this season. But Gomez is young and he's growing. Klein's been around for a minute. And again, I don't think he's the worst, but I just don't think he wouldn't be my first choice moving forward being a right back. So
Can you hear me?
going down a little further. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But
Going down a little further.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Going down a little further with comments. Stizer says he's good in defense, but he can't cross a ball. Trent is better in my opinion, but very young. Strider says, "Whoa, hold up! I guess he got some responses that he want to come with."
Hey, tell him we got an answer.
But what were you saying though?
Yo, but the thing about it is like, yo, you know who I think got the best right back, yo? Like, this guy is gonna be a star, man.
Who's
This
that?
guy's gonna be a star. Roma got this Nigerian kid, man. They got this Nigerian kid. I don't know how to pronounce Abdullah Himi, some shit like that. This kid
Okay.
is a monster, man. This kid
Where's he
is
from?
like, he's from Nigeria.
Okay. I'm gonna look him up.
Like, yeah, he basically went out on loan. But within the next 2-3 years, man, this guy's gonna be a monster. Like, and to me, I think Roma had the best like transfer season, dog. They managed to keep they managed to keep Desco. And then the thing about it, Roma is like a family instead of a football club. You know what I mean? It's like Totti has set the foundation, has been a one-man club. Then Desco said that the only reason he didn't drain Chelsea is because he got his house in Roma. Roma is home and Roma is a family. And Roma basically did the best transfer season. They signed Munchie. You know who's Munchie?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He came from, I think, Sevilla. He's like the head of recruitment. He sold Palmieri to Chelsea, basically, who's been injured for like 27 mil. That's a profit. And then he got this right back from, like, I think from Sporting CP, but I think he's an Argentinian left back. His name is Jonathan
Okay.
Silva. Way better than Palmieri. And then they got Conti and that right back man from Nigeria. Oh my God, man! You need to check him out. He's a monster.
I will. Yeah. My man Strizer said we Roma won't sell us shit after we got Salah. Yeah, I mean that might be a good point. I don't know. Let me go
That's
back up
not
to
true.
Strider
That's
though.
not true.
Strider's,
That's not true. Cause
nah, we
Muncie,
def nah, we definitely could get more players from them. I think that is
yeah,
funny though.
Roma
But
is selling club.
yeah, Strider said Klein never had less than a 7 out of 10 performance for us. That counts for something. Again, I don't really know about that either. Again, look, listen, everybody can have their opinion, and I think a lot of people would agree with you, Strider. I just don't rate him. That's all I'm saying. I don't
Me
rate him.
too. If
I
you're a
just I
right
just
back,
don't
you
I don't
can't
see what the
cross the
hype
ball,
is.
you garbage.
Say it again.
Like me too, I don't rate him either. If you're a right back and you can't put a decent cross in, you garbage. My right back, my
Yeah.
standards is to see if you play like Cafu, if you play like Alves, Deni Alves. If you can't play
Right.
like these two or have some type of traits of putting the ball in, like Valencia, everybody rated him so high. I think he's very garbage, son.
For
He's
Man United?
garbage. Yes, he's garbage, bro. He can't put
No,
in
me
like
too. Me
he
too.
can't put in
Me
a
too.
fucking consistent cross in the box, bro. He'll come with those long shots because he used to be a wide player, but he's garbage, son.
Yeah. I just don't see it from Klein, man. I really don't. He might be maybe one of the best that we have on Liverpool defensively,
No,
but
no,
who would you
I
say,
don't think so.
Gomez?
Yeah, Gomez been performing, man. Like he's been basically he don't
Yeah,
got
he's
that
been doing
many.
he's been doing pretty
Go ahead.
good. He's been doing pretty good. No, I'm just saying he's been doing pretty good.
And that kid, man, even though he's like, he don't perform some games, he's been steady too. The left back.
Oh yeah, yeah. Robertson. Yeah, he's been doing good.
Yeah.
Let's get into this weekend's game. I think it's weekend game. Sorry, but I think there's some better matchups this weekend than more people would say. Of course, the biggest game is probably Spurs versus Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm going for
Um,
Liverpool. I'm going for Liverpool, man. I'm going for
Appreciate that,
Liverpool.
man. Appreciate that. We we
Yo,
all we
I
all
like.
know we all know that's your second team anyway, so it's all good.
Yo, I'm going for Liverpool. Van Dijk need to put Kane in his back pocket, man.
He does, man, and that's kind of what I'm going to talk
That's
about.
a
I'm glad you brought
statement
that up.
game.
Yeah, and honestly, the last couple of games that Van Dijk has played in, or let me see, the last game against Swansea, I guess I don't think he played against West Brom, but he didn't have the best game. Nobody on the team did. I'm sorry, no, he played against West Brom. He didn't play against Huddersfield, but um, I definitely want to see Van Dijk in there, and I want to see him, like you said, stepping up to Harry Kane. We're gonna need him in that game. We're gonna need everybody, but defensively, what I noticed about the game against you all was, as hyped as Spurs are, and you know they deserve the credit. They won the game, but it was more of a game that Man United just made a lot of mistakes. For them to
Yeah,
score that quick, for them to score that quick, almost breaking the record, it's kind of
that just
crazy.
take
And
the
then
soul
even
out of us, man.
yeah, that and then Phil Jones, man, I don't know how he's still on a roster. I mean, again, another
Bailey's
English player.
injured. Bailey's injured.
Yeah, but they ain't got no. What about Rojo? I just can't stand Phil Jones, man. He just looks so out of place, man. He lets things get to him too quick. If you think about the build up to that goal, that own goal, every time Tottenham had the ball, Phil Jones just looked like a deer in headlights. He just had fear all in his face. Like he didn't know what he was doing. He was confused. He was panicked. And that's what led to him making that mistake, I think.
Yeah, but the thing about it is like that's what I've been telling you ever since day one. We talked on the phone and we did the live chat. Like there are bias to English players. You know what I mean? If you got a name, you English, they're gonna try to keep you on one of those top 6 teams, like in the Premier League at all times. You get what I'm saying? Like Walcott, he's been at Arsenal. Arguably, the past 2-3 years, he deserved a transfer to get away from Arsenal. But due to the fact that he's English, he was kept there more. You know what I mean? If that was another case for another player with nationality, they would have been out the door.
Yeah, I mean, another guy who, again, I don't really rate Walcott, but again, I'm glad that he was for him, as a player, that he was able to get out of Arsenal, and now he's doing decent. I'm not gonna hype him just yet. I know he had 2 goals for
Yeah,
Everton the
yeah,
other
yeah,
day.
yeah.
I ain't gonna I'm not gonna hype him just yet, but I think it's good for him, to get away from Arsenal where he wasn't really playing like that, and to be, at least somewhere where he's happy, So,
Yeah.
uh, but let me read some of these comments.
Go ahead.
Stizer said he's going to be honest. He'd be happy with the draw. Um, a lot of people say that before games. I never understood that. I mean, I
Why
mean, I get
draw when
it,
you
but
could beat them? Why draw when you could beat
yeah,
them?
that's what I'm saying. I don't really get that mentality. I mean, yeah, at the end of the game, if we got a draw, sure, because you have no choice but to be okay with it. But going into a game against a team I think we can beat, we've shown that. I think we can win the game. I want to win. And I'm not saying that he doesn't want to win, but I'm just saying, like, I don't really get the mentality of people saying, "Oh, I'd be happy with a draw if you gave me that." Let me see. Strider says, honestly, after the way we lost to them early in the year, I definitely want to win. Yeah, I mean, we got smashed by City. We paid them back, got some revenge on them. Almost threw it away, but got the revenge on them. And I'm hoping the same thing with Spurs. But again,
You
like
you know,
going back to the Man United game. Go
if
ahead.
I wasn't working tomorrow morning, I would have went to that spot and actually put some money on Liverpool because I think Klopp gonna pull everything out the bag to beat, Tottenham, son. He gonna pull everything out
Yeah,
that bag.
yeah, they haven't done well against Liverpool at Anfield for a while, which never really means anything until the final whistle. But I think that's something we can take into this game. And we performed really well at home. We didn't really do well against West Brom, but in the Premier League, we've been doing really well. We haven't conceded many goals. So I'm confident about it. And again, I don't really worry about Liverpool against these kind of teams. It's the other teams that we kind of slip up against, like the Burnley teams, Southamptons, Leicester City. Those kind of teams are the squads that I worry about when we play them, because a lot of times it seems like our mentality goes down a little bit and we kind of play to that level. We don't really step it up like we would do against City, Chelsea, United, the top 6 teams. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going for a win in that game, and I think we can do it. But the other couple games that I want to talk about was who did you guys play? I forget. Who you guys play this weekend?
Shit, I don't even
Huddersfield?
know. I
Yeah,
think,
Huddersfield.
yo,
Huddersfield. Yeah,
we need to be
Huddersfield.
careful. I think they beat us. They beat us
Yeah,
last
they
time we
beat y'all.
played them.
They beat y'all. They beat y'all 2-1 last
Yeah,
time. Um, but I mean, that's a game that United should be winning. Of course, I wouldn't mind them lose the game or tie, to be honest. But that's a game they should be winning. I think Huddersfield. Honestly, if you ask me now, I think the 3 teams I think they're gonna get relegated is West Brom, Southampton, and Huddersfield.
yo, I don't want Southampton to get relegated, dog. I like Southampton.
I like them too, especially their recruitment team. They always bringing in really
Yeah,
really good players. You think over the years, man, so many great players coming from Southampton, whether it's
that's
their
your little
academy
brother.
or in that area or whatever.
That's your
Huh?
little brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Southampton is
That's
your
that's
little.
that's Liverpool.
Yeah, that's
That's
Liverpool little
Liverpool B
brother.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah. So
but
again, go ahead.
the thing about it is like if Southampton get relegated, I wouldn't mind Buffal or Tadic, or Mina. Oh, I'll definitely take Mina at Manchester United, man. I'll take Mina at Manchester
Who?
United. Lamina
Oh,
from
Lamina. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Southampton.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take him.
They
I'll
had
take
him.
him.
I forgot they had him.
He's
Yeah,
been
he's
their
good.
best player. I'll take him. I'll definitely take Tadic, and I'll definitely take Buffal.
Yeah, I think the other games. That's a good point about Southampton. But that's just how I feel at this moment. I think West Brom, those are the teams to me that are doing the absolute worst in the league. I know West Brom beat us in the FA Cup, but as far as the league play, those are the teams that I think are doing the worst, consistently the worst. So for me, those are the three teams. I was gonna say Brighton, but I think Brighton's doing a bit better than Huddersfield, so I give them a pass. But the other games I'm thinking about, people probably think I'm crazy, is the game tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. That is Man City versus Burnley. Now, I know
Yo,
on
oh
paper,
my God. Yo, I'm rooting for Burnley, man. I'm rooting for
yeah,
Burnley.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
even
yeah.
being a Man City hater. I'm rooting for Burnley, man. Burnley definitely got a
But
chance. But the thing about it, like, I don't get why those teams go, like, when they play in top teams, they go into a defensive mode, bro. I just hate that. Why not play a regular football and take your chances instead of just letting you know what I mean? Man City have the ball. That's just crazy to me.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy. I think you got a certain team. That's why I respect Sean Dyche, man, because you got to go with what you got. Now, some of these teams, they would probably lose 10-0 if they actually played open football with some of these teams. You got to use what you got. And I think Sean Dyche does that to the best of his ability. Now, your boy, Jose Mourinho, I don't know why he be parking the bus when he got all that damn talent, all that money spent. He be coming to certain teams parking. I don't get that. But a
Because
team
we got
like,
Phil Jones.
oh right, I forgot. Got the guy that crawls on the floor trying to hit the ball. But you know, teams like Burnley, Swansea with their manager, who I got to give a lot of credit to, man. I don't know what it is, but
Burnley
he's coming
manager,
in.
right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about, I was comparing him to the Swansea manager. I think they both are doing really really good coming
Yeah.
in and like Swansea, they got Andre Ayew, so they got the Ayew brothers now. They got Slimani. No, Slimani went to Newcastle. My bad. Somebody else they got, but they're improving their team. So teams like that, sometimes they have to just sit back and try to catch you on a counter attack because they playing against teams that are so top heavy, man. As far as like attacking talent and
Yeah.
a lot of times you got to. So I think that game could be an interesting one. I'm glad it's the first game of the day, so I'm definitely gonna be tuned into that. But I want to get into the Arsenal versus Everton match that Strider brought up because that's another good game.
Yo, imagine if Walcott basically beat Arsenal all by himself.
Yo, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping all the
Damn, bro.
players
Why you hoping
that
for all the worst Arsenal, boy?
say again.
You heard me?
Now, what'd you say?
I said, like, I don't think you like Arsenal at all, man.
No, it's not that. It's just that again, that's another team for me that it's almost like they got too much on it. I'm not going to compare them to Chelsea because I think Chelsea almost comes off as like they got. I mean, think about them every season. They average at least 12 to 15 players on loan per season. So they got so much
Yo,
talent where it's just like it's too like think about Kennedy at Newcastle. Did you see him the other day?
yeah.
I mean, he had a great game, and they should have won that game, but they played Burnley, I think, and it was a draw.
Yo,
But
but
you know,
Chelsea is a farm system.
yeah. What you got the wine going on over there?
No, I was trying to fix the tripod and shit because that shit is like,
Oh,
yeah. But the thing about it,
yeah. It's not.
Chelsea is like a farm system, man. We could name about 10 players that's like great top class players that they did not get their fair chance at Chelsea.
Yeah, yeah. Get back to the Arsenal thing. It's not that I mean, it's not that I don't like them necessarily. I just feel like if they're in the top six and they can lose to Everton, that can only help us. If they can
I
drop
feel
points,
you.
that'll only
I
help
want
us.
them to lose too. I want them to lose too because Everton is nowhere near us. So if Arsenal lose, so basically that just make it easier for us. Like last week when Chelsea lost, I was fucking happy, man. I was
Oh
happy.
yeah, yeah. They
I
got
was
they got
happy.
punished, but that should be a really good game, Arsenal versus Everton. And again, I think if you look at Arsenal Fan TV, which my man Stizer just brought up, he said he want Everton to win so we can because Arsenal Fan TV and chill.
Yo, I
But
love that. Yo, shout out to him, bro.
yeah,
Hey,
that's
yo,
my
I
man.
love
But
Arsenal Fit TV when they lose, bro.
Oh man, it's fantastic. It's primetime television, man. I mean, I always look forward when they lose a game. It is so great to go to. I mean, in general, they got some good content on there. I like
Who
what
your
they're doing.
favorite
But
over there?
oh, that's a good question. I would probably say Ty.
Kai.
No, Ty. Ty.
I like Troops, man.
Troops got too much fucking mouth, man. Like that's what I was getting ready to actually talk about. I was gonna say like, you know, they getting all hyped about this
A boomerang.
yeah, and I'm thinking, okay, I get it, bro, but pump your brakes. Like people trying to say they already comparing him to Henri and like, bro, pump your brakes, man. You don't even know what he has.
He
But
a,
they're going
he a
on. That,
he a brother. Give him a chance. He a brother. Give him a chance. He
no,
been
no, no,
tearing
no.
up the Bundesliga.
I'm not. Look, we already talked about. I'm not saying. I think he'll do well. I'm just saying like it's going to take some better in process. So don't jump the gun just yet. Let him play
True.
first. Let him play first. See because I wouldn't expect him to do great things this year yet. I mean, it's only 13 games left, like you said. He could come in and make a spark, but you need to get him a preseason with the team. You know what I'm saying,
True.
and see how he works out. That's all I'm saying. He could be great. He might be great. I wish him all the best. You know what I mean? But I just pump your brakes. You got him and Mickey. They might that they played together at Borussia Dortmund. That could work for you, but pump your brakes. We don't know what's going to happen yet. But let me read this comment real quick.
Go ahead.
Strider said, I definitely want Arsenal to lose because of top four. Everton's not a threat to us. Exactly. I think they're 5 points, 8 points. I don't know. They're behind us by a significant amount or decent enough amount, but I want to keep them as far as possible. Same thing with Spurs. If we can beat them Sunday, which I think we will, the better. The teams behind us, I want to keep them as far as way behind us. So all we got to do is worry about Chelsea and y'all. You know what I mean? It's better to worry about you all, I think, than it is for people behind us. So, but I think the Arsenal Everton game could be maybe the best game, besides the Tottenham and Liverpool game. So,
Probably be
I'm
a
looking
high
forward to that.
scoring game.
Which one?
Arsenal and Everton.
It could be. It could be. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see
Since this is
what they can
Liverpool
do.
versus everybody, I've seen rumors that James Rodriguez was basically stating that he want to move to Liverpool at the end of the season.
I'm not having that.
So you didn't
I'm not
welcome him
having
over
that.
there?
I mean, at the end of the day, whoever we bring in, I'll welcome him because it's somebody that Klopp wants. I'm assuming. So I'm not. If he comes to the team, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I don't want him here." But before it happens, I'm not big on James Rodriguez. I don't really rate him.
Really? I don't think
Yeah.
he's a great playmaker. I don't think he's a great playmaker, but I think he's a great addition to a front. He could play that attacking midfielder, but I don't rate him as far as a big playmaker. But he's definitely a top quality player with a goal, with a rocket-less
Yeah.
shot.
I don't think he. I don't think he's absolutely garbage. And honestly, to be fair, I think any player, especially an attacking player under Klopp, could really
Will
flourish.
flourish.
So for me, if Klopp wants him, hey, maybe he can change my opinion. Because I feel like anybody under Klopp, especially attacking players, I think they'll flourish. So I'm not really worried about that if they really want him. But again, I rarely feed into these rumors, man. Every day is somebody new, and you can't. Like the other day was Keylor Navas. Keylor Navas ain't coming to Liverpool. I highly doubt that that's where he wants to go. I could be wrong, but I doubt that that's going to happen.
I don't think he'll go back to
rumors,
Madrid. I don't think he'll go back to Madrid as long as Zidane is the coach.
yeah, Strider says I don't want James. Always been overhyped since that one World Cup. Same like Mario Götze.
Oh, Götze is garbage. Oh, Götze is garbage. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
without a doubt. He had that one World Cup. He was really good. He played good in Dortmund, but he's never really been as good as I think people hype him up to be. And I agree with that comparison. He also says these guys think they're too good to play at clubs like Liverpool. They wanted to stay at Bayern and Real Madrid. That's why they failed, not humble enough. Good point. I think it was funny that even on Redman TV, they were just drooling over Mario Götze when we were rumored to go after him. I just sat back and laughed because it's just like, people are desperate for certain players because of what they think that player is. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
You notice nobody really was really shopping around for Götze. Nobody.
Yep.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
went back
He
to
had a couple
Dortmund.
injury issues. Yeah, and that really shows you right there. Nobody wanted you but your old team. And even the old team, some of their fans were like, nah, son, we don't want you back. You went to Bayern, go somewhere else, don't come back. They were holding up signs and banners and everything. So, Götze is definitely overhyped. But yeah, I'm glad we didn't get him. But like I said, with James Rodriguez, I don't really rate him, but if Klopp wanted him, which I just don't see him being a Klopp player, this is my opinion, then I would back it, I would support it, and of course if he's on the team, I would like it. But you already know who I want as far as attacking, man. I want Gelson Martins. That's one of the few guys that I want. Gelson Martins. That pace, that pace is crazy.
Yeah,
that pace is crazy, man. That's
I think you guys gonna lose Mane next season. Not Mane. You
really?
guys gonna lose Salah. Yeah, Salah.
Yeah, we might. I wouldn't be surprised this day and age, man. I really wouldn't. I hate to agree with you, but I do. I feel like there's a chance that we could. I'm not like 100% sold on the idea that he's leaving for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. And again, I think Klopp will fill that role. It would hurt because he's been so good, but that's the kind of give and take you got to take with that. Like, you can accept that he's really good, but you got to know any player that plays really good, especially in the Premier League, other teams are going to try to come get him. And most players, their heads will be turned. So if he went to Real Madrid, it wouldn't be surprising to me. I think Harry Kane might leave after this season. They're not winning soon. I'm sorry. I love their coach.
I got faith in him. He's not gonna go.
Faith in who? Faith in
Harry
who?
Kane. Harry Kane.
I don't know how you see that, but okay.
You know why? I think he'll stay there just to be a stamp for Tottenham, to be a one club player. I think Harry Kane got the potential to be a one club player. You don't think so?
Yeah. I mean, no, I agree with that. Oh, he definitely has the potential to be, and I think that would be great for Tottenham. But in this day and age, man, there's no more Steven Gerrards. There's no more, guys that are staying with teams for their whole career. It's not going to happen. I just don't see it. I mean, if this was a few years ago, maybe, this dude wants to win. You know what I mean? And if he feels like he can go to it, if he realizes that Real Madrid actually won him and it's not just a rumor, he can actually go there. I don't see him staying, man. I don't see it because it would be, to me, it would be a detriment. It would be like suicide to his career, in my opinion. And in a way, Liverpool fans are probably going to chew me off for saying this, maybe even in the comment section. I think Steven Gerrard should have left, and he had a plethora of chances to go. But I know he's a Scouser. He's his hometown boy. He wanted to stay, but he could have gone to Madrid. He could have went to Chelsea to get a trophy. He could have, and you admire that because he stayed the course and stayed with his boy club team or boyhood team. I think that's great. But if you really want to win leagues and titles and trophies, and I know he got the Champions League and a couple FA Cups or whatever the case may be, but if you really want to win, sometimes you got to go other places.
You know who I love, bro?
Who that?
Carlos Tevez, man. I like this guy, man. He treats football like as football is supposed to be treated, like a business. That guy is a monster, man.
I've always liked Carlos Tevez. Always liked him, man.
I like him, man.
Carlos Tevez.
Any comments?
Yeah, Stizer says, Salah ain't going nowhere, not a chance. Phil, yes, Salah, no. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know about that. I would like to, I mean, of course, between Salah and Coutinho, I would always rather have Salah for the long run than Coutinho.
Look, the Tottenham coach gonna go to Madrid if they end up sacking your coach is probably going to Madrid too. That's the two coaches that's gonna go to Madrid if Zidane gets sacked. Klopp and Pochettino.
I don't see Klopp jumping ship now. I mean, I think not only Madrid, but I think Bayern would take him in a heartbeat. I think Bayern Munich, if they could have him, they would have him right now. But True. I don't see Klopp jumping ship. Or even the German national team if they lose Joachim Low, whatever his name is. But
He's
I
a hell of
think
a
Ja
coach.
who Joaquin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think Klopp knows that those jobs are there. Um, I'm sure he's aware of it, but I don't think he's going to just jump ship with Liverpool like that. I think he wants to win something with Liverpool, and he won't stop trying to, gain that and until Liverpool say they don't want him no more. But I don't think he's going to leave Liverpool anytime soon. I'm giving him at the least 2 more seasons. I don't think he
So
leaves before that.
Ozil agreed a new contract, making him the highest paid, Arsenal player.
Say it again.
Ozil, just agreed a new contract about 2 days ago, making
Yeah,
him the highest paid Arsenal player.
I'm glad you brought that up because earlier I wanted to bring it up, but I got sidetracked. Good, I guess. I honestly, and again, it's gonna sound like I'm hating Arsenal again. I don't know why he did that. I don't know what he sees in that team moving forward. Um, why he. I mean, obviously the money is great.
Who
He's
else
gonna be
was
paid
gonna
really
Who
well.
else was gonna offer him that money?
That's what I'm saying. So it's about the money then, which I mean, for him is cool. But if you
I
want
don't
to
blame him.
win, I'm not saying I blame him. I'm just saying, like, to me, it shows like where you at in your career. You know what I'm saying? You love in London. I'm just saying, like, you enjoy London, clearly. You like how the fans get behind you, and you can be the man at Arsenal for a long time. So that makes you feel comfortable. There's a particular amount of comfort there with that. But it's Arsenal, and if anything, they're going down. They just signed 2 players that'll be 30 in months time. Um, I don't really see what he sees that they can do. And then when you have Lacazette and Aubameyang, who are you sitting on the bench? I mean, you only give
I
him
think I
Lacazette.
think Wenger should start a new formation and put 2 strikers and then Ozil behind him instead of playing like a Boomerang or Lacazette out wide. I think
I
that would
mean,
be
yeah,
more
that
effective.
could work. Let me read some of these comments. Strider says, I actually don't think there's a chance in hell we'll sell Salah. He actually wanted to move to Liverpool before he went to Chelsea until Marino called him. Well, that kind of makes my point. If all it took was Marino to call him for him to go to Chelsea, what makes you think that he ain't gonna
Florentino
go to Real
Perez.
Madrid? Yeah,
Florentino
I mean,
Perez gonna get him. For
I mean,
Florentino Perez to get Ronaldo, not this Ronaldo, the real Ronaldo.
that's right, the real
When
Ronaldo. Don't forget it.
Yeah, the real deal, that boy, man. When he was getting him from Barcelona, he had paid him $8 million. 8 million, not for his contract, but just to say yes that he want to come to Real Madrid. And I'm not saying Salah is not big, but he nowhere near Ronaldo level when Ronaldo was at that stage. So you know what I mean? I don't mind. I don't think like Florentino Perez would have no problem coughing up £2 million just to tell Salah, okay, that's your bonus just to come sign with us. And Salah is basically his dream. He's like the first Egyptian player to get to that type of level of playing and to be recognized by world football as one of the best. So for him to get an opportunity to go to Real Madrid, I think that's his dream move. And plus, the people that run football in his country already want that shit to happen. So, you guys can't stop it. The way you guys prolong Coutinho sell, it ain't gonna happen with Salah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, man. Because I see
I
what
see
you're
you were
saying, but I
hurting
also
already, man. I see you hurting already,
nah,
man.
nah, 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 nah. No, I'm not hurt, man. I love my team. So if players don't want to go, ultimately, and if they want to look, if they want to go, ultimately, I don't mind them going. But of course, I love Salah, but I feel like every player is replaceable. You know what I mean? It might take you a little bit of time, but if you recruit well and you bring the right guys in, the right mentality that want to be there, then you're good. Let me read some of these comments.
Yeah. You,
Strider
you,
says also Salah fits in Klopp's system so well. There's no way he'd have the same goal return as a winger somewhere else. That's a good point. It might be true. He said, "Of course, I'm just being naive, Liverpool fan." Yeah, Klopp is a football romantic, and what job is more romantic than Liverpool? He's not going anywhere. Um,
Man,
so
Liverpool could be harsh, man, but the only thing I respect Liverpool for is like the board. I think being Americans, it's like they give the coaches time. even though they've been talking about fine coaches, they find time for the coach. They, you know what I mean? They stick by their coaches through thick and thin until they see that they can't do it no more. Then they'll pull the plug. So I respect them for that. They are great owners in that
Yeah, a lot
aspect.
of people disagree. A lot of people, yeah, no, that's true. I agree. It's a lot of FSG and football board owners out. Like I said, I think in order for us to keep players, and encourage players to stay, we just got to win. That's at the end of the day, that's what it is. And I feel like the first step, a lot of people don't agree. I think a lot of people, believe it or not, would prefer us, get the FA Cup trophy than get top four, which to me is insane. So for me, the first order of business is getting Champions League consistently every single season, and I think we'll have that under Klopp. That's the first
So
step
would
for
you?
me. That's
What's the second step?
getting a trophy. But my thing is, in the meantime, if we did that, great. But for me, I want to consistently get Champions League. We need to always be in Champions League, and also
So
hopefully winning the league as
you
well. But to me,
you
go ahead.
go ahead. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. My bad.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead.
So you welcome Pulisic at your club. You rate him very high.
I rate him. I wouldn't say very high. And what I also want to say is, again, I don't know what he's capable of as far as like how he's gonna be able to make that transition. Um, we all know American footballers are not usually known to be physical or mentally tough. Or what's the is there an American player that's really done well in Premier League?
Josh Howard. No, Tim
Right,
Howard.
the keeper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the keeper. He's done okay, but I mean like outfield players. There's not really too many that I can think of.
Dempsey.
Um, yeah, Dempsey was cool. Dempsey was cool. I don't know. I mean, again,
Other than that,
I, I
I don't
think
know.
I think Klopp is familiar with him, and that's probably good. I don't know. A lot of people are drooling with Pulisic. The jury's out for me. I don't know. I'm not really sure. And again, if he comes, I get behind it and trust that under Klopp he can do really well. But then again, I feel like Klopp is very hesitant to buy players from Dortmund. I mean, I think he's made that clear. Um, every team he goes to, he wants to do it his own way and not necessarily have to go back to you know where he was at, if you know what I mean. So, and also I feel like he's really worried, concerned about maybe upsetting the Dortmund followers or fan base or the club
That's
in general.
loyalty,
So
though. That's loyalty.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't even people are talking about Pulisic a lot. Like every podcast you listen to, everywhere you go, it's almost
He's
as if it's a
American.
foregone conclusion. It's
He's
almost
American.
that it's almost as if it's a foregone conclusion that he's coming for sure. And I think we need to just hold out and wait. But um, yeah, the
But
guy said Strider says Pulisic is definitely by far the most talented American prospect ever. It's not just hype. Dortmund is no joke, and they rate
yo,
him very
I
highly.
disagree on a note. There's this American guy playing for Sharky, man. He's definitely a beast, but I think he's injured. I forgot his name, but I think Strider probably know. But this guy is definitely a beast, man. And they got this kid playing for, oh my God, I think Celtic, not, I forgot, but he's like a tall white kid, not to say white, but he's like a tall American white kid. He's definitely a beast too, man. So, and I think they've been performing way better than Pulisic this season. So that's yet to be seen. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this comment. I don't care. I'm really happy that America missed the World Cup because they would have been getting out the group stages, man. They got no, they got no talent, bro. No talent.
That's
Like
not even important. It's no point even having a conversation with that, man. The USA is a joke. I mean, I think we all know that they've had their time, their moments when they've probably progressed more than people thought, but it's the USA. This is not our game. It's baseball and American football, and it's not football. Soccer, football, whatever. It's not our sport. So it didn't surprise me. Everything that's going on now with Alexi Lala. I'm sorry, what's his name? Alexi Lalas. Alexi Lalas and Eric Winalda, and who's going to be running it, and all this foolishness. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It just doesn't, and I don't care if people like it or not. The USA is the USA, and if we're talking about baseball or hockey, or not even hockey, we're talking about baseball or women's soccer, then okay, it's a conversation to have. But it's pointless even talking about it, man. It's just not. It's not a sport that we're ever gonna, and at least in my lifetime as a country, really
So who
even
you
be in the
picking top
conversation
4?
in the world.
No, finishing top 4 in the Premier League.
Oh, I'm just gonna do 3 because we already know who's getting the top spot. But I'll say Man United, Liverpool, and Tottenham. I think Chelsea drop out, man. I think to me,
Oh, Black, you serious?
yeah, yeah, I think Chelsea
Damn.
drop out. To me, as a team, and not so much with depth, but just like starting 11 front to back. I think Tottenham, maybe behind City, have the best team. If you think about all their players from front to back, they got a
Yeah.
mean defense, great keeper. I mean, Dembele and Wanyama as a defensive mid tandem, it's just ridiculous. Like
That's a
that's
mean
just
combo. Dembele don't
that's what
get
I'm
enough
saying. Like
credit.
that's what I'm saying. They're both to me very very underrated. I wish we would have gone for Wanyama, man. I love that dude, man.
Yeah.
And plus, he was
Yeah.
at Southampton. He's at Southampton, so it would have made sense for us to get him. But you know what I'm saying? But I think that's back to that topic. I think that's going to be the key in this game Sunday. If they muscle us and punk us in the midfield, we're not going to have a chance. You know what I mean? So whether it's Emery and Genie and Ox or Henderson, I got a feeling he's going to play Henderson, who again
Yo,
for
I don't
some
really
reason
like
gets this
Henderson. You
light.
like Henderson?
No, I don't. And it's funny because like people actually think that he's better than Emery or better for us than Emery, and I just think that's a
What?
joke. Yeah, man. People love Henderson. There's people who really, really, really love Henderson. I think
But
more so than
he's
Emery.
English. Bro, I told you all
I
these
know.
English players
I
are
know.
overrated, bro. Marcus Rashford overrated. Anderson overrated. Lalanas is English too, right?
Yeah, also overrated, but
No
mainly by
wonder why
mainly by
he's
our fans. Mainly by our fans. Most football fans don't really rate Lallana like that. I think it's Liverpool fans. I think it's Liverpool fans because he can do a course turn here and there. All of a sudden, he's supposed to be. I don't get it. And I know he works hard and the energy is there and all that. But
you
again, another underrated player. I mean,
you think
overrated
Van
player.
Dijk is overweight?
Overweight?
Yeah, and out of shape.
Now, I saw what Jamie Carragher says. And again, you know, I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Jamie Carragher, for me, since you brought it up, was all. And you talk about overrated players. This dude was never talented, and I might get slack for this from Liverpool fans. To me, he played with Liverpool because he was from Liverpool. He was never a great
Yeah.
defender, and so I can't stand when he comes out and runs his mouth about the team he used to play with, like the way. And I know he's a commentator, but sometimes he goes too far. I don't think he's overweight, but I really wouldn't know. I mean, he looks fine to me. I think, and I've said this, he didn't play that much with Southampton because he was holding out and sitting out of training and all that stuff. And he also was coming back from an injury. So it was always going to take him some time to get in the swing of things. He was never going to just come to Liverpool and be our savior. And you can see him making some mistakes, but that's going to happen. He's human. So I don't know about the weight thing. I didn't see that. I didn't notice it. And for damn sure, if it comes from Jamie Carragher's mouth, I'm not paying any attention anyway. I love
I
what
just
Klopp
think that
said.
Van Dijk needs like he's not used to those type of environment. You know what I mean? Like to that hostile environment where it's like you televise every fucking game. Doesn't matter if you're playing with a lower level team or a top level team. Because, coming to Southampton, they go to runs like, they play teams like nobody even give a damn about the game. But now at Liverpool, it's like every mistake you made is going to be televised. So I think he got to get used to that. Once he get used to that and calm his nerves, I think he'll definitely be great.
And I'm glad you said that because, people were asking about Karius and like, where's that Karius that was at Mainz? Because allegedly at Mainz he was the best keeper in the league that last season he was there, something like that.
Who he
Like
used to play with?
behind,
Who used to play for?
I think Mainz.
Well, from what, France?
No. Mine's from the Bundesliga.
Oh, okay.
So apparently he was like one of the top goalkeepers of last season. He was in the Bundesliga, and people are saying, "Where is that at?" And like you just said, again, when you come to it's Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? So I think there was no real pressure on him in the Bundesliga. He was able to kind of just do his thing. But when you play for Liverpool, not to say Liverpool is this, but I'm just saying when you're playing at Liverpool, there's all these expectations. You know what I mean? There's all this every game, every week, you're getting criticized and people throw you under the bus. And then the next week they love you if you play well. So I think when a spotlight is on you, you really start to see what guys are made of. Mentality, skill wise, is going to handle itself, but you get to really
Yeah,
see where people are mentally when they come to big teams and to the league like Premier League. When you come to Premier League, it's almost like when they say if you can survive in New York, you can survive anywhere. If you come to Premier League and you can do well, then you pretty much set. You know what I
yo,
mean?
boy.
Because of
Hey, you
because of,
see that? You see how much money they spent during the transfer season, bro? Four hundred and
in
fifty
general,
million. Yeah, 450
who?
million. Just the
Yeah,
Premier League.
yeah. And
Italy
is
only
that is
only spent 50 mil. That's crazy,
wait
man.
is that just in the January transfer? Or are you saying
Yeah,
altogether?
just the January transfer window, 50 mil.
Yeah, see, that's panic. There's no way in the world this league should be spending that much money in the January transfer window. Summertime, sure. In January alone, like that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But again,
Like,
this is the pep factor, bro. This is the pep factor. People doubted that he can come here, but he came here and he said it himself in his first interview. One of his first interviews, he was like, people think I can't do it here, but I'm gonna do it here. And he's shown it in his second season. Now,
yeah,
you
but
can say all you
I
want.
think
You
the
can say
third season ain't gonna be as sweet as the first one, but as the second one, boy.
well, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I mean, because I don't want to see him dominate the Premier League. I don't want that. And a lot
And
of
it,
people will say stuff like, you know, would he be able to do this with a team like, I don't know, Everton or
I
something
think he
like that.
would. I think he would. Everything got money, man.
Yeah, but they ain't got City money. They nowhere near City right now. They got. I mean, Man United to me probably have more than City. To be honest, to
Hey,
be quite frank with you,
ever disrespect the Red Devils, man. We number one, man. We
that's what I'm
number
saying.
one.
I think Man United have more than City even, which is saying a lot because City got a lot of money. So if they ain't got more than Man United, then that's just crazy. But I think it's
So
it's the pep factor, man. He's getting listen, bro. This guy is getting players to come to his team, and they're not even guaranteed to start every week, and they're still coming. I mean, that's
yeah,
that's
that's the
that's
shit.
just crazy. I mean, think about that for a
That's
second.
crazy for real.
That's just. I mean, most players ain't doing that. So it's the pep factor, and also with these other coaches, they're like, man, I got to start buying players too, just so I can compete with City. Like, forget everybody else. Like Man United, him getting Alexis Sanchez was for one reason and one reason only. Because I think Jose Mourinho still thinks maybe he didn't, maybe when they lost to Tottenham he stopped thinking that. But knowing Jose, he thought we still got a chance to pass City. We still got it might be a small chance, but we still got a chance to pass City. If I can just add Alexis to this, then maybe we can go ahead and do that.
He
It'll
conceded the title today. He conceded the title today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he said basically they're competing for second place.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Comments?
let me ask you. Nah, Strider had to bounce. Nobody's really said anything in the last few seconds. But let me just say this
Let's
real quick,
just
and we can
talk.
wrap it up. Yeah. So I was watching that game against Spurs, and I was thinking about you because I know you had said you didn't rate Rashford and you really like Martial. So I'm curious to know from you, were you disappointed to see Martial not on the left? On the second half, I think he played. I think he's playing on the left in the second half, but he played on the right most of the first half.
I think Marshall should be on the left. I think Sanchez should play centrally
Yeah.
and put Mata out right. Rashford should not be on the starting lineup.
What about Lingard? No.
Bench. Substitute.
Yeah, I agree. And that's I don't get that about I don't get what Jose is doing, man. Honestly, with some of these positions, I just don't
He's
get it. I mean,
auditioning. He's auditioning. He's auditioning to see who had the
like, do
potential
you?
to make it and who don't. The summer transfer window, watch how many people leave.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, do you rate Ashley Young? Do you like him?
No, but he's the best we got right now. He's basically better than Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, they rating Luke Shaw so high, bro. I think he's garbage,
Well,
man.
your manager rated. Your manager came out and said he was the best left back in the world or in
Oh
England.
my God. Well, I think the manager got to do that, to boost the confidence up. But I don't think he
Yeah,
can't. He can't cross the ball.
yeah. It's funny because like people really have the audacity to question Lukaku, and honestly, a lot of I mean not Lukaku, I'm sorry, Pogba, and honestly, a lot of Liverpool fans, early in his career at Man or his second time at Man United, they were shitting on him, but Pogba, even in that game, there were moments where it's like he reminds you of how good he just effortless, his skill
Yeah,
level, and what it's like little things he be doing. I'm like, man, this guy is just this guy is just a natural born football player, man. This guy, his skills are ridiculous, and I feel like they're being suppressed a bit and held back at Man United because he's not really playing as attacking as I would like to see him. He's more so playing like center to defensive. It looks like anyway. I know Matic is there for defense, but I just feel like he's not playing in that same kind of role that he did at Juventus, which is where he
yeah.
really flourished and showed his skills.
I think like we need somebody like Sari or Savic to actually pick up some of the defensive load and let just Pogba have a free role from that box to box midfield and have a free role. Then we'll get to see the Pogba that we've seen at Juventus. Whenever he's put like he plays central midfielder, but if he's pushed like a little bit towards the the box, he plays way better, man. He controlled the game. And when he don't have to do that much defensive work, he do because Jose Mourinho, he basically built his team for everybody to defend. You can't ask one of your best attacking players to defend. That's just gonna take take away from him attacking. Like he can't do that. He just can't do that. That's too
Yeah,
much gas. And Matic,
that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Go ahead, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. No, I agree with you. I agree. I think it's and of course, I don't mind Man United doing bad, but you see certain players, Jose Mourinho, and you just wonder what is he thinking with some of these players and the position he's putting them in. It doesn't make sense to me, man.
Yo, we got this kid named Chong. He's from like the Netherlands. He's in our youth squad. Angel Gomez. I think these two players deserve like more playing time than Malcolm Tony, that tall ass guy, man. He's garbage. He's
Yeah,
definitely garbage.
I think y'all are really, really missing Bailly, man. Really missing Bailly.
Yeah, man. Bailly is a beast. The thing, I don't know why, man. We should have got that guy, man. And I don't even get it. Why Liverpool or Manchester United didn't get Mertens with a release clause of 28 million pounds, man.
Gelson.
No, Mertens from Napoli.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I think I mean, of course, I'm excited about the last part of this season, but I can't wait for the summer, man. I can't wait for the summer transfer to see what players we're gonna get. It's gonna be a lot of money spent again, a lot of new faces and new places. I think Tottenham got to steal with Lucas Moura. I really do,
Yeah.
man. And
Yo, I hope you don't play if you play against y'all tomorrow, man.
I doubt it. No,
I,
Pochettino already said he's not gonna play. So
or if he
um,
had played with you guys tomorrow, man, he would definitely make that left back look crazy, man. This guy, like, he would have to work his ass off. He would have to work his
going to my
ass
man like that, man.
off. He had to
No,
work
you're
his
probably
ass
right though.
off.
But I think I forget how young he is, and PSG is another team that they be having so many fucking players that I mean, they can't keep them all. And he wasn't even playing, which is but that shows the strength of that team, I guess.
Yo,
But I'm shocked that he wasn't even playing.
so last debate of the other night. So you think Tottenham could beat no, not Tottenham, PSG could beat Real Madrid in the Champions League?
Well, first, before I answer that, are you saying those are the two teams you got in the Champions League final?
No, I'm saying no, they're meeting in the round of 16. Tottenham versus Real Madrid.
Oh, I
That's
thought
the
you
game.
said
No, that's
PSG. Oh, I think
no,
that
yeah,
PSG
PSG,
was.
PSG versus Real Madrid. So you think PSG could
Is that
get the
are they
upset?
playing in the round? Are they playing in the next round?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think Madrid is kind of struggling. You know what? I'm sorry. I can't pick. I gotta pick. I gotta go with Madrid, man. I gotta go with Madrid. I gotta go with Madrid.
Hey,
I think in the
I'm
Champions
going.
League. I
I'm
think in
going
the
with
Champions
Neymar.
League. Nah. I mean, I would like to, but I think in the Champions League, it's a different story. I know they're struggling in their league right now, but I think they'll. I think the Champions League is their competition. That's where they really shine. And PSG ain't there, man. They just not. I don't care that they got Neymar. One player is not going to take them, to beating Real Madrid in the Champions League. I just don't see it. I wouldn't be surprised if they did because they got a good team, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I think over the years has Neymar usually done really well against Madrid.
Uh, Not.
I'm
I'm
sure
not gonna say
I'm sure
yes,
he's done okay.
but I think he have done well when he's playing with Barcelona.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be. I forgot about that matchup. That'll be a good one. That'll be a good one. Um, but yeah, man, we can wrap up there. We'll come back next week at some point. I'm glad we were able to make time, bro.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I don't know if you're not busy after the games. Probably
Oh,
like
I'm cool.
five. All
Yeah, I'm
right, so
cool with
like
that.
5 o'clock.
I'll hit you up then.
All right then.